Frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define
All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Done. 190.
Mike 51. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Step round 80. 180.
Eat. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set. Round 80.
37. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check 9. Check 9.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Rivers. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 24. Working out of the gun, Rivers. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now it's Miller, and he's got room. Lamar Miller past the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rivers to throw it. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run, watch the run.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, and Stills bringing it in. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's set. Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Hey, keep it line. 57's the Mike. Mike 57. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 57. Mike 57.
Out of the gun, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Go! 180! 180! I'm coming for you, son! I'm behind!
Rivers on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Rivers. Flush to his right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. They run it here with Gordon, and he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. To throw, Rivers.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's get this,
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon shedding the tackle. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3rd and goal for Rivers. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Johnson. It's complete to Fuller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Oh, you got deep? Tie it right.
On first down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jerry Tillery gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Third and 10.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards, a first down. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Rivers will get this one to Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Rivers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives him a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
But no Texas start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
You got nothing.
Play fake. Rivers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now the 2nd-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Alert, alert.
The final shot before the break. Watson. And an alley to run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Get ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Let's get it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Miller. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there. First down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Set. 19. I got it. Strong right. Strong right. Let's go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson and Stills over the middle. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Lamar Miller, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action. Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Throwing, Rivers. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. Allen, the intended receiver.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. I'll guarantee you Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rivers finding his top receiver. That's Allen. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
First down, Rivers. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Keenan Allen. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, Haywood!
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry. His first touchdown of the new season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. On first down, it's Miller. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
57, Mike, 57.
From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Let's go.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's Gordon. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play action now. Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Check. Fresno. Greystone, travel.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. He's crashing. He's checking.
Hey, 79! 79!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Red Delta!
To throw is Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw, Watson. Caught, left side, Hopkins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up, that's right. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Let's go, D, let's go. Tighten up. 58, come on. 2 points down, he's coming. Go. Here I come. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. There we go.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.